Episode 3 of taking every dollar this Integra makes me on social media and putting it right back into the bill. And you guys, the videos have been going absolutely insane. Here's how much we've made, how much we've spent, leaving us with $1,923 for the current budget. You all made it pretty clear in the last episode that new wheels are the next mod you want to see, and I don't blame you. So I bought these white Integra Type R wheels, but I made one big mistake. My original plan was to buy the 98 Type R wheels and convert this car to a 5-lug, but it turns out it's a lot more work than I thought, and I don't know, I just didn't feel like doing it. And then I found these wheels on Marketplace and got them for $950, which is a crazy deal. They came with brand new tires, the center caps, which are like $200 by themselves, and the best part is they're a 4-lug, so they should bolt right up, right? Well, it turns out my Integra is 4x100, while the JDM Type R from 96 was 4x114.3. Why, Honda, why? And I'm already attached to these wheels, so I guess I'm converting this car to 4x114.3. Dang it! And here's how we're gonna do it. I found this set of JDM Type R brakes and hubs from JDM Ohio Direct for $400, and this is everything we need to do this conversion. We have the rear hub and bearing assemblies, the front hubs. It did come with used rotors, but I ended up picking up new ones. While we're in there, we will need to replace the front bearings and probably the lower ball joints. And finally, to do this swap, you will need special spindle nuts for the rear, and these are actually for a Mazda Protege. Okay, cool, let's get started. Since the front will probably be more complicated, I'm starting with the rear. So first we need to take off the brake caliper by removing the 2 bolts on the back, and in the rear we will also need to disconnect the parking brake cable. There's 2 bolts holding it onto the caliper, one of which was rounded off, and then to detach the cable, remove this small pin, push this pin up, pull it out, and there you go. Now we can hang the caliper from the control arm to keep strain off the brake line. The caliper bracket is the next to go, so just remove those 2 bolts from the back, pull off the bracket, take off the rotor, and the brakes are removed. Nice. In the rear, the spindle nut has a cover over it, so just grab a chisel, hit it on the crease until the cover flies off like this. All right, I picked up a big 32mm socket, but before we go cracking it loose, we need to bend this part of the nut back up. You can either use a chisel or a screwdriver, and now with a breaker bar, we can remove the spindle nut, which was on there tight. To pull the hub or bearing assembly off, you might need a special tool like this. I had one, but you can usually rent these for free. Now you'll notice the inner bearing race came out of the bearing and is stuck on the spindle. And this is gonna be the hardest part of this entire job. You can either carefully try and cut it off, use heat, and then slowly pry it out, which worked for me on the first one, or you can pick up one of these bearing separator tools. I ended up using this on the second one, and it was a lot easier. It's a good idea to clean any dirt or rust off the spindle, and this will help the new bearing assembly slide right on. Now we can install our new Mazda spindle nut, torque it down to 134 foot-pounds, and then lightly tap the cover back down. Before installing the new rotor, make sure you spray it down with brake cleaner first. Reinstall the brake caliper bracket, grab your new brake pads and shims, and don't forget to apply the grease. And from here, just do everything you already did in reverse order. The caliper, parking brake bracket, parking brake cable, and finally transfer over the brake line from the old caliper to the new one and torque it down to 25 foot-pounds. Nice, now the rear has been converted from 4x100 to 4x114.3. Okay, since some platforms have a 3-minute max, I'm posting this in 2 3-minute parts at the same time. So if you're seeing this, part 2 is already posted. In that video, we'll convert the front, install the wheels, and see the finished result.